5 Trademark Essentials. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Law School, people. This is part 1 of a series I'm making on trademark law and in general intellectual property law. If you don't know who I am, go on my page. I've just finished an 18-part series on copyright law and now we're moving on to trademarks. In this video, we're covering the 5 essential characteristics of trademarks. So without any further ado, let's get into it. First things first, what is a trademark? Well, a trademark is your brand's identity. It's the name, logo, slogan, or even sound that tells customers your product or service comes from you and not someone else. Now, things like names, slogans, colors, etc., these things can be trademarked, but under the law, we refer to these things as a sign. And this comes from the Trademarks Act of 1994. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just a way for one business to distinguish itself from another. Secondly, your trademark must be distinctive. What does that mean? Essentially, a trademark can't be either too basic or too descriptive. Let me give you an example. Let's say you own a sweet shop. You can't trademark the word sweets because it's too basic of a trademark. Similarly, you can't trademark the word creamy for yogurt as an example simply because it's too descriptive. Your trademark needs to stand out. The purpose of a trademark is to indicate commercial origin, so always keep that in mind. Thirdly, you must register for a trademark in order to receive protection. What does that mean? Now, unlike copyright law where copyright automatically arises from a work, trademarks must be filed. It's different in every country, but the main ones here are in the UK, we file under the UK IPO, which stands for the United Kingdom's Intellectual Property Office. In the US, for example, it's the USPTO, which stands for the US Patent and Trademarks Office. So it's different around the world, but the idea is the same. Once something is trademarked, it stops other people from using your brand's identity. Fourth, copying can be illegal. Let me explain. Essentially, if someone uses a mark that is identical or similar to an already existing trademark, this could be trademark infringement. Now, there are defenses, but to keep this video simple, I'll go over infringement and defenses in a later video. Right now, the idea is simple. Don't use someone else's trademark. Now, a great way to check if something has been trademarked, you go to the Intellectual Property Office. I'll leave the link for it in the comments of this video so you can go have a look for yourself if you're starting a business and you just want to know. And finally, use it or lose it. You have 5 years. Let me explain. Now, unlike copyright law, from the moment you make the work to 70 years after your death, it will be protected by copyright. However, with trademarks, if you don't genuinely use it within 5 years, after 5 years, someone can apply to get it removed. So let me give you an example. Let's say I own a shop, I register for a trademark, it gets accepted, but I don't have a genuine use for it, and I don't use it for 5 years. Someone can just say, hey, I want this trademark. They clearly haven't used it. I'm now going to apply to get it removed from you so that I can have it. All right, and that's it, folks. That's part 1 done. I really appreciate you watching to the end of this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. But if you like this sort of content, hit the follow, hit the like. I really appreciate you watching to the end. Just very quickly, I'm